Good time zone, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Iodine. I be your host, Benny. And today we are doing writing. So, let's get into it. That's interesting. It might be a cultural thing, but I've always heard it pronounced iodine, pretty much exactly how you'd imagine my thing is pronounced. But I suppose I've heard iodine before too. Michael is the only character in the whole series to have demon blood. Nice. Way to demon blood, dude. the soul of the demon altering the body. Michael's is the original demon of regret. What does he regret? What regretful event or thing is his namesake? Blue jays are part of the corvid family. Oh my god. Hey, I've been talking a lot about Mia Jovovich lately. Go ahead and follow her. His failure of ending the first book and not being able to save one of them at the end of book 2. I see. One stupid mistake that changes everything. I feel like a lot of people could identify with that. Hey, it's Maxie. What's going on, Maxie? Hey, feel free to fall asleep. That's fine with me. I won't be offended. People always see gluttony as being fat. If anything, greed should be associated with fatness, as gluttony is a desire for more greed, is the needing of it. It doesn't feel like I've written all this much. But if I haven't, then who did? Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg. Where is Batman even? What is he up to? How did Fortnite go? Did you guys get a victory royale, boyo? That is like at least 3 streams of stuff. At least. Oh, you only did 1 match? Dang. So Maxie, you really saying Jingle Bells Santa smells? I mean, that makes more sense. But I had always heard Jingle Bells, Batman smells, and Robin laid an egg. And goes back to the late 1960s thanks to the extreme popularity of Adam West's Batman and Cesar Romero's Joker. Did Joker actually sing that on the show? Yeah, Jingle Bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg, the Batmobile lost a wheel, and the Joker got away. Wait a dang minute. Why be a guy when you could be a dang old king? Odie flew away. Iodine lost a wheel and Poyo got away. Testing confirms that there's a virus present that has infected everybody. The symptoms are not showing for most people yet. When the captain refuses to return home, the captain is killed. The crew tries to convince Trey to captain and the what's the name of the person, the ship that, Navigator are killed. Crew tries to convince Trey, tries to threaten Trey into operating the OTEC drive. Trey refuses, holding to the captain's quarantine orders. The crew tries to kill Trey, but Naomi defends her. descends into a bloodlust and violently kills several of the several of the crew. Trey is horrified. It's gonna sound weird. Mike and Gaia are half siblings, but Gaia is in Outen? In Outen. Or do you mean orphan? Maxie will be back in less than an hour. Have a good nap, Maxie. Earth after collision. Oh yeah, Autar and Ornopia from debris. Humans divergently evolved from Terrans and Outans. Trey's horrified. Naomi. Begins to reveal her entire Trey's horrified. Naomi begins to reveal her story. I will try my best to tell the story from the beginning. And so this, which is on the penultimate chapter, I'll try my best to tell the story from the beginning, will be the very first words in the first chapter. And so all of the chapters that are from the perspective of Naomi's past before she became Vivian, will be in first person. Okay, in the final chapter, Naomi and Trey. Lock down the ship. Allow remaining crew to leave the ship if they choose, but will not be allowed re-entry. Is more of the eventually, most of the crew is eventually, most of the crew is Hey there, Batman. Welcome. Enjoy ER. I'm doing okay. Free site for comics. For free, DC, Marvel, etc. No every, but like some retro and new ones, with seems like daily new comics. Chicken tacos, that sounds good. Eventually, most of the crew succumbs to the infection, gouging their eyes out, scratching their eyes out, facing towards a singular point. What the flippin' heck? How did you do that? Obsessively facing towards a singular point. Batman Last Halloween. Is it Last Halloween or Long Halloween? I think it's Long Halloween. Batman Long Halloween. And I feel like I have seen this one. I haven't read the comic, but they made a an animated movie of it. Pretty sure I've seen it. With Jensen Ackles as Batman. Troy Baker as Joker. This character right here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember this one. where I believe Harvey Dent. No. What was that? Harvey Dent? I think it was Harvey Dent is like one of the main characters in it, and his wife is like a very primary character in it. And I thought his wife's character was really, really good. But I remember his wife really reminded me of, if you guys have never seen it, it's called Big O. Big O, Big O, Big Dorothy from Big O. This girl. She's an android in this. But if you've never seen Big O, absolutely go check it out. It's basically Batman if instead of having a bat suit, he has a giant mech. It's really, really cool. It's got incredible style. And in fact, I'm gonna watch a thing right now. Bro Benny, I cannot wait for you to see the summoning thingy for Eagle. It looks so cool. I'm down, I'm ready to see it. Dude, you saw my IRL comic collection and books? The Long Halloween. Last Halloween, and you can read comic on the site notes. I am Batman. This is the only video game to ever make me cry. I'm gonna have to watch that later. I was going to look up advanced robotics. Toonami. A lot of the scenes from this little ad are from Big O. So check this out, and hopefully I don't get a copyright strike. Yes, I'll start this. Which of these movies for digital download have you heard of? The Curse of the Necklace? Nope. Hold Your Breath? Nope. Little Bites? Nope. Never Let Go? Nope. None of the above.
Yes, Norman.
Master Roger. In West Dome number 5, there's a report of a giant robot.
A mechanized army of circuitry and metal, cold and emotionless, carry out tasks without conscience. Robots, thousands, programmed for destruction. March towards the future. It's coming. Man's greatest inventions, making the impossible possible, are no longer under our control.
Technological strength will just become a threat to the Earth.
This new breed of technology makes humanity obsolete. Robots, thinking, acting on their own, begin their march toward domination. These machines, built by man, serve no one. The robots among us, watching, waiting, calculate their new world order. Their time is coming. They cannot be stopped.
Attention, strange weapons are approaching. Attention, strange weapons are approaching.
It has all the best shows in it. There's Dragon Ball Z.
With perfect weapons.
That's Blue Submarine number 6.
Intelligence. Robots rule this planet. Let the fall of mankind give way to a new age.
That's Big O again.
Fall of a planet is doomed anyway.
Ah, Big O is so cool. There was actually some Batman in that one too. What are some mad rhetoric? I don't know if this one has any Big O in it, but it's definitely got a lot of Outlaw Star. Outlaw Star was really good too.
The Pope is dead. The throne is vacant. We're about to choose the most famous.
Continuing our top local story.
It's coming.
Honestly, a lot of this might actually be on HBO. Because HBO got brought in under the Adult Swim, or Adult Swim got brought in under HBO.
I just control the operation of the system. Deciding to use it is the job of your humans.
I don't like this. I've got a really bad feeling.
Gundam. Lots of Gundam in there. Outlaw Star. Gundam Wing.
Wait a moment, are you crazy?
Eliminating the boundary.
Let me repeat that. If this mission fails, if we are unsuccessful, we have no future.
This is not meaningless. This result is natural. Commence destruction.
You are starting on the road to glory! And we shall be the symbol of hope for the people.
Yeah, whatever.
That's what I mean. That's the attitude that's ticking people off.
Continuing our top local story.
I'm trying to rid myself of my chest creature.
Stop it, please.
So you think you could play God? Of course not.
Well, it's just like it is with the stars. There are bright ones and there are those that are dim.
Why can't I make you understand? This is insane.
Nothing good can ever come from staying with normal people.
Be very careful.
Yes. Alright, one more. Dreams, Toonami. Broken Promise is what it's called. This one, I might get emotional at this. These are like real nostalgic for me.
Space. A boy has the right to dream. There are endless possibilities stretched out before you.
You have to trust in your own power.
Whatever happens from now on, you stand firm and face your destiny without fear.
Tenchi Muyo.
Courage.
Good show.
What awaits him down the path?
Dragon Ball Z, of course.
No one's gonna give you a map. You've got to walk your own path.
The children leave their homes in search of this quest.
What is thy
Got them
desire?
As they
wing.
search, they are always asking questions.
Outlaw Star.
What's out there? What's waiting?
Most of the ones in this are
Why
from
was I
Outlaw
made?
Star.
Who made me? And what did they make me for?
Are you gonna go up into space with your old man or not?
Maybe I'll never get over this. I've lived my life following my dreams, and I don't have any regrets.
You're gonna just keep running away?
Just keep running away? I'm not running.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Believe in yourself and create your own destiny. Don't fear failure.
Oh man.
Now, at Verizon Business, every business gets the new iPhone 16 Pro with
Verizon
Apple
Business.
Intelligence.
Yeah, we'll meet that for a moment. So these are basically ads for Toonami back in the mid to late 90s, early 2000s.
Of the possibilities in the...
And so Toonami, I don't know if you may not have heard of Toonami or had Toonami. It was basically Cartoon Network's first foray into bringing anime to the United States. There weren't a lot of other places that were doing that. And so they had a bunch of anime shows and a bunch of non-anime shows and stuff. But they had these ads every once in a while that just combined elements from like a lot of the shows that were on Toonami. And it's just really cool. Really, really cool stuff. It sends me straight into nostalgia every time.
Perhaps there was an age where people dreamed of the possibilities in the outer space.
With high expectations, human beings leave Earth.
Outer space! Every one of us!
This is a pretty large-scale operation.
Right. But it'll be dangerous.
So what? That's never stopped us before.
Right. But it'll be dangerous.
Commence operation!
We'll commence operations in 7 minutes.
0904. Procedure R2B. Power levels to maximum.
Understood. Second unit, stand by for orders.
Straight for the atmosphere. We all have to make it up to space.
Be patient.
Tactics level cleared. Continuing on strategic.
As requested, you are now connected to outer space.
Never forget how beautiful the Earth looks from afar.
Outer space. It's so quiet. The remaining frontier is outer space.
Will you please come with me?
Where to?
Outer space.
I hope I'm not too late.
I wonder how long I'll be able to see the moon like this.
The majority of people living in space are either technicians or laborers.
All right, take her out. Yeah, that's it. Game, we're going.
All areas functioning.
Looks like we won't have any interference this time.
The shuttle will soon enter the atmosphere. Please be sure to fasten your seatbelt and remain seated.
We're ready to enter the atmosphere.
Next time we go out to space, how about leaving yourself a little bit of free time?
Talented people are capable of understanding us.
Sweet, man. Oh, that really hits me in the nostalgia. So good. So good. One show that they never had on Toonami, but they absolutely should have. Serial Experiments Lane. Love Lane, guys. Why don't we all love Lane? I mean, I love Lane. But why don't we all love Lane? Eventually, most of the crew succumbs to the infection, scratching their eyes out and obsessively facing towards a singular point. They added Retro Ghostbusters 1st and 2nd to the home box office? Bienvenidos. The Martian. Ghost Busters. Maybe I'm misinterpreting what you said, because I am not seeing Ghostbusters. Did anyone else ever see 9? And then there's this show, Primal. Doesn't have any dialogue, but it's done by Gendy Tartakovsky. Same guy who did Samurai Jack. Amazing animation. those who had been infected earlier. Now have flower-like growths from their eye wounds. The infection has also taken hold on most biological life on the planet. What's going on, Batman? Hey, did you miss when I was asking about Ghostbusters? Where did they add them to? This will explain how realistic series is.
What is
Oh, it's an ER thing? HBO. Well, I think it must only be in your country because, Ghostbusters is not available on HBO in my, location. Yeah, I've seen Deadpool. I've seen Deadpool 2. I really need to see Deadpool and Wolverine. Everyone's talking about it. Hopefully that'll be going up sometime soon. Well, different rights in different countries, you know. You have the full Ghostbusters library, including the 3 most recent ones? Because I've only seen the Ice Empire one, the most recent one, out of the 3, and I wanted to see the other 2. Even though I've heard that they're not that great. I think people's tastes are just dumb. Content not available. The content you requested is not available. Please try again later. Oh, you want another show that you could watch, that you should watch? I bet you it's on the first page here. Wow. Surprised it's been taken off the front page, but The Last of Us. There you go. Watch The Last of Us, Batman. That's an HBO original, so you should have it. It's very good. It is very good. No, I didn't check the site. I don't really read comics very much. Can't ever find the time to do it. And I don't have the patience for it. The same with, reading books. It's not enough, there's not enough interaction for me. I don't think I'll get do people get copyright issues for reading comics on screen? Huh. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really read comics very much. Welcome back, Poyo. Goodbye, Batman. I did check Discord. You'll find a nice little heart on your new images. I like them. Okay. Ideally, both Naomi and Estrella have been infected by this point, and the infection is taking hold. I think Estrella's is okay. The infection. Let me explain the infection. It's called the ascendant anabolism. Basically, it's a virus that, at first, when it infects you, it's completely dormant. It doesn't have any negative effects. It doesn't have any symptoms. So, basically, people don't realize that they're getting infected by it. Hey, Maxie. And at some point, when there's a critical mass of people and creatures, it also it doesn't just infect humans. It infects pretty much any biological life, any cellular life, cellular-based organisms, and when so many organisms in an ecosystem have been infected by it, it becomes activated, and it starts pointing towards a specific spot. I'm gonna say within the galaxy. That everybody that gets infected starts becoming obsessed with basically looking about at this specific spot in the galaxy. When they do get activated, one of the symptoms that happens is people, typically humans or creatures that have eyes, they start scratching their eyes until they get so obsessed with it that they scratch their own eyes out. They fully damage or even gouge their eyes out. And then the virus starts reworking the cones and rods inside their eyes to make it so that they are more easily able to perceive this invisible force that is basically guiding them to look towards it. Now, so basically everything on this planet by the end of the story becomes infected by it, and everything begins growing these kind of flesh flowers from their eyes or wherever, and pointing it directly at a spot in the galaxy. And so even as the planet rotates and everything, they will continue looking at that spot, so it looks like everything is looking at the same direction, and even changing with the time and everything. Now, when at this point, at the very end of the novel, they even Naomi and Estrella have become infected by it, and obsessed with trying to look at this spot. But now that they have an OTEC ship that Estrella is capable of controlling, they decide to leave the planet that they're on and go to that spot in the galaxy where everything seems to be pointing. When they arrive at that spot, they find a massive thing. Yeah, I guess you could call it a creature. It's this thing that whenever the infected people look upon it, it's like seeing God or seeing the most incredible light. Basically, it's almost like a religious experience. It's amazing seeing this creature. And I'm thinking anyone that doesn't have the infection that looks at it, well, it basically causes them to go insane. And I think Naomi, since she is infected, but it isn't as far with her, she still has some of her mental faculties. And so upon seeing this creature that's just floating in empty space, this massive, I want to say like planet-sized creature, they decide they're going to use the OTEC ship, the OTEC drive, to basically teleport themselves and the creature away to wherever, and ideally destroying it, because this thing would be capable of taking over pretty much all biological life within the entire galaxy, including all human life. So they don't want that to happen. They don't want this infection to spread. And so far, this planet that they're on is the only planet that has seen the infection in human space. But a little bit earlier, Estrella's ex-girlfriend, her name is Eden, she becomes infected with a different kind of thing, because she's uploaded her brain into, she's digitized it, and she doesn't have a physical body anymore, so she can't be infected by the anabolism, but she kind of gets infected by an AI, like an artificially intelligent signal from another planet that has been overtaken by the anabolism, like another species, another intelligent alien species that was taken over by the anabolism and has gone extinct. And what remains of this species is just the artificial intelligence that it created, the computers that it created, just sending out this signal. And Eden discovers the signal and starts deciphering it. And it's kind of like an intelligent computer virus that kind of infects her psyche and kind of provides more light. Basically is the one to kind of reveal what's going on to the rest of them, to Trey and Naomi. Anyway, that's an extended explanation of this virus, and I hope it makes sense. If you guys can punch any plot holes in it, let me know. And you've been infected by Benny. Well, hopefully it's not a detrimental infection. Hopefully it's only beneficial. Are there such things as beneficial infections? Let's ask GPT. Are there such things as beneficial infections? Okay. Wolbachia. Alright, we're gonna have Juniper read this. Wolbachia. Alright, Juniper, let's go.
Yes, there are beneficial infections or symbiotic relationships between humans and certain microorganisms that can have positive effects on health. While most infections are associated with illness, some infections can confer advantages to the host. Here are a few examples. 1. Gut microbiota, commensal bacteria. Description: the human gut is home to trillions of bacteria, many of which form mutually beneficial relationships with their host. Although not technically infections in the harmful sense, they are colonizing microorganisms. Benefits: digestion. These bacteria help break down complex carbohydrates and fibers that the human body cannot digest on its own. Immune system regulation. Gut bacteria help train the immune system to distinguish between harmful pathogens and harmless substances. Nutrient production. They produce vitamins such as B12 and K and aid in absorbing essential nutrients like short-chain fatty acids. NERP 2. Helicobacter pylori, potentially protective strain. Description: Helicobacter pylori is a bacterium commonly known for its role in causing stomach ulcers and cancer. However, certain strains may have protective effects. Benefits: regulating stomach acidity. H. pylori colonization, particularly in childhood, is thought to help regulate stomach acid production, which could protect against gastroesophageal reflux disease. Protection against allergies. Some studies suggest that H. pylori might reduce the risk of certain allergies and asthma by modulating immune responses, especially early in life. 3. Bacteriophages. Description: bacteriophages are viruses that infect and kill bacteria. These naturally occurring viruses play an important role in controlling bacterial populations in the body. Benefits: preventing pathogenic overgrowth. Bacteriophages can help prevent harmful bacteria from overgrowing by targeting and killing them without harming human cells. Therapeutic use. Phage therapy is being explored as a way to treat antibiotic-resistant bacterial infections, leveraging the phage's ability to target specific bacterial pathogens. Hunt for Wolbachia in insects. Description: though this is an example from insects rather than humans, Wolbachia is a bacterium that infects insects and is used in disease prevention strategies. Benefits: dengue and malaria control. Wolbachia has been introduced into mosquito populations to block the transmission of viruses like dengue and Zika, and parasites like malaria to humans. The bacteria alter the reproductive systems of mosquitoes, making them less able to transmit these diseases. 5. Herpes virus and immune response modulation. Description: While herpes viruses are typically associated with lifelong infections and disease, certain herpes viruses may have beneficial effects on immune regulation. Benefits: increased immune surveillance. Some studies suggest that chronic infection with certain herpes viruses might prime the immune system to better detect and respond to other viral infections or tumors due to a constant state of heightened immune vigilance. 6. Lactobacilli in the vaginal microbiota. Description: Lactobacillus species are beneficial bacteria that colonize the female vaginal tract, protecting against harmful infections. Benefits: preventing pathogens. These bacteria maintain an acidic environment via lactic acid production, which helps prevent infections from pathogenic bacteria and yeast, such as Candida or Gardnerella. Supporting reproductive health. A healthy balance of lactobacilli is essential for reproductive and urinary tract health. Number 7. Cowpox virus and smallpox immunity. Historical example. Before the smallpox vaccine, infection with cowpox, a related but much milder virus, was found to confer immunity to smallpox. Benefits: cross immunity. Infection with cowpox triggered an immune response that protected individuals from the more deadly smallpox virus, leading to the development of the first vaccines. 8. Mutualistic parasitic infections. Description: in rare cases, some parasitic organisms can have neutral or even beneficial effects on their hosts. Benefits: immune modulation. Certain parasitic worms, helminths, have been shown to modulate the immune system, potentially reducing the risk of autoimmune diseases, allergies, or inflammatory conditions like Crohn's disease. Clinical trials have explored the therapeutic use of controlled helminth infections to manage autoimmune disorders. Conclusion: while most infections are harmful, there are examples of microorganisms and viruses that can confer benefits to their hosts. These beneficial infections often involve immune regulation, nutrient processing, or protecting against more harmful pathogens. The understanding of these relationships has led to therapies like probiotics, phage therapy, and immune modulation strategies in treating diseases and maintaining health.
Interesting. So yeah, like you were saying, Maxie, one thing with ChatGPT is they always say extra information, extra stuff that we don't need to know. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Yeah, it's not really quite sure exactly what information should be told, but you can tell it, you know. You could say, be brief in your information, or sometimes when I've been developing like the character stuff in here, like with Naomi, or no, not with Naomi, but with some of the ancillary characters, like the Bradbury Cannibal, I'm pretty sure. When I had it generate this stuff, I provided the information that I needed it to do, but I told it in the style of an encyclopedia article in less than 500 words, or around 500 words. So if I didn't say around 500 words, like, it was getting to the point where its descriptions were like thousands of words, like 2,000 words or whatever. And I was like, that's too much. That's more than I need. So I basically tell it, in around 500 words. Describe the Bradbury Cannibal based on this information. Yeah, so like with this one, this honestly is probably about 500 words. But yeah. It's good stuff. But yeah, you have to, like, if you're not getting what you want from ChatGPT, for example, the easiest thing to do if you're using it on computer. I'm pretty sure you can do this on your phone as well, on the mobile app. You look at the response that, or the prompt that you made, and if it's way too long, then you can go in here, go to edit your message, and you can say, are there such things as beneficial infections? Please explain in around 500 words. And then when you send that, it'll redo it, but it'll do it in a short order. So yeah, that's all you gotta do. And a really neat way of doing it too is you start with a short one, like a short prompt, and then it gives you a slightly longer one, and then you take that prompt that it or the response that it gives you, and you copy it, and then you paste it right back into your previous prompt, and have it elaborate on that. And that's how you can get it to like kind of expand information in ways. Really, really good stuff. Really useful. The regular one that's free on iPhone. Now, I believe you should be using GPT-4o, which I believe is free. You might only have a few uses per day of that version, and then once you used those few instances, it'll go back to ChatGPT 3.5, I think, which is a little bit slower and it doesn't have as much context. But actually, I don't think it's slower. I think it is a little bit faster, but it doesn't have as much context. But it's still, it's still very useful. That the anabolism has been causing the infection to look toward a interstellar space. They are convinced this is the location of the origin of the anabolism. Decide to come up with a plan to use the OTEC drive to destroy after teleporting to the origin of the anabolism. They find a planet-sized rogue organism. That appears to them as affected as a godlike religious experience. Trey is unable to press the button that activates the O-Tech jump with while the outer shell ship is open. Naomi. Is only barely able to resist. She embraces Trey, thanks her for her kindness and hospitality. And love. Then kisses her and activates the O-Tech drive. Now, Naomi is only barely able to resist. She embraces Trey, thanks her for her kindness, hospitality, and love, then kisses her and activates the O-Tech drive. So, Naomi is the main character, though at the beginning of the story, I want it to seem like it's about 3 different characters. I want it to seem like Naomi's character is actually 3 different characters. So Naomi Burko, she was abducted as a child and trained as a in the Voidwalker Syndicate as an assassin. And she goes undercover as an assassin when she after she's raised into the Syndicate, and she goes undercover as Vivian. Okay, she goes undercover as Vivian, and her job is to get close to Delano Bojang. And she does, and eventually, right before they get married, or after they get married, she assassinates him. She's activated as an assassin, assassinates him. But then she's betrayed, and her body, she's basically handed over to a cannibal who starts doing terrible things to her, and eating her, obviously, but keeping her alive as long as possible. And then that's when Estrella, or Trey, don't say that, bud. Or do you mean that in a good way? So that's when she meets Trey, and Trey basically saves her from the cannibal and kind of heals her back up, replaces her limbs that have been eaten. Because I have been saying that for years. It's something that my friend always said too. So I don't mean to make it sound like I'm talking down to you. When I say bud, I mean buddy. Like, hey, buddy. Like, you're my pal. You're my friend. You're, yeah. I guess it's, you know. And I don't, oh, your dad always called you bud. I mean, that makes sense, and now that you mention it, it does definitely sound like something a dad would say, you know, to a young person. And I don't mean to, like, make it specific to you, you know? I try and say that to everybody, no? It's also like a gender-neutral bud. Okay. She then kisses her and activates the OTEC drive. And right there is where I want to cut it off. Just end it. Just black screen. Roll credits. Finito. And ooh, we made some good tacos. Well, hey, if you'd like, go ahead and take a picture and you can post it in my Discord. Where? You can post it in general or wherever. But I would like to see the tacos. It's a bit too late. Did you already eat them all? It's alright. I understand. I'm not very good about taking pictures of my food either. Which is a weird thing to say. You know? Swallow my phone camera and then somehow get it sent to you. I'm not sure that pre-chewed food is something that a lot of people like, you know? So, dang, look at that. Look at that. And look at the evenness between all the details. There aren't any chapters that appear to be significantly longer or shorter than the others. Which is exactly, I mean, the last chapters. But I think I have a tendency to do huge last chapters. But it's looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. Now if I do this, yeah, look at that. It numbered all the chapters, but it didn't do the bullet points within. So I combined a couple of chapters. So this thing down here isn't accurate anymore. I should use ChatGPT to help with my science homework, but I don't know if I should because Google helps just like as well. ChatGPT, if you are going to use it for homework, it's you had better make sure that all of the verifiable data in it is accurate. And if you're going that far and doing research into every point of verifiable data that it gives to you, then you might as well just use Google instead. I think ChatGPT is a little better suited to longer form stuff. Don't have it like write paragraph essays or something for you. I would say write the content that you need to have in the essay first and give that to ChatGPT and have it offer you suggestions on ways to put that in your essay or longer form thing. But that's probably the best way to use it so that you can be sure that the information is correct, but also make your writing look a little bit better, a bit understandable, things like that. But don't just copy and paste stuff directly from ChatGPT, because it is capable of lying. It's called hallucinations. It is capable of just coming up with bullshit that sounds right. Yeah, you got to be real careful with that. There are some things that it's really good at, a lot of things that it's really, really good at. But one of the things that it's really, really good at is pulling stuff out of its ass. So, yeah. Here's another way that I typically use it. Like, I'll say, provide some of this information in 3 short example paragraphs. Let's see if it does that. So what I do is I ask it to provide multiple different examples of something. You know, like if I'm having it rewrite like something that I've written, I'll say, do this in a few different examples. And then I'll go through and I'll read the examples, and I'll decide, you know, if one is perfect, then, you know, I might use a lot of it. But almost every time that I do this, I find there are some things that that don't quite fit with what I want it to do, but it'll be like a small section or certain words or phrases like within one of them, or I'll take like, you know, one sentence from one and then the second sentence from another one that sounds better, and I'll mix and match and combine them and change them a little bit. And that really helps to, like, I still retain all of the information that I need, and I modify it to suit my own needs. And yeah, I think that's the best and the most ethical way that you should use it. It's not a good idea to copy and paste, you know, a lot, like a significant amount of text from ChatGPT, because then it becomes, like I said before, it can lie about stuff, and it can sound very robotic. It can start sounding clearly like it was generated by ChatGPT. So, you know, these are things that you need to pay attention to. Okay, so let's check. Let's check its terminology here. Gastroesophageal reflux disease. Gastroesophageal reflux disease. Very good, very good. Now, it's a condition in which the stomach contents leak backward from the stomach into the esophagus or food pipe. Heartburn and other symptoms. Okay. But what is it saying? Helicobacter pylori is known for causing stomach ulcers. Certain strains of the bacteria may actually have protective effects. Helps to regulate stomach acid production, potentially reducing the risk of GERD. This is all evidence. This is also evidence suggesting that H. pylori colonization in childhood could help modulate immune responses. Interesting. Now, is this real? Helicobacter pylori. Common cause of stomach ulcers. may be present in more than half of the people in the world. Wow. I would like some cookie dough ice cream. That sounds good. It's one of my favorites. Okay, let's adjust this to make sure that it's accurate. And then this will probably be the last thing that I ever do. Okay. Last thing that I do for the stream, at least. Oops. Cancel that. Control C. New blank workbook. Control V. Oops. Control Shift V. Act chapter. I'm gonna put all of these middle, and all of these are gonna go word wrap. Oops, word wrap. You know what? Let's make it a little lighter. Word wrap. Okay. So Naomi is taken from her home by Kane and his hired goons. Vivian arrives on Nexus Spire. Let's jump down to 7. Vivian and Dell have coffee. Trey is visited by Eden. Vivian joins Dell. The injured woman begins talking. Naomi receives a BSI. Vivian is abducted by the Bradbury cannibal. Trey checks up on Naomi. Vivian begins a relationship. Okay. It's 14. 15 is Naomi decides to stay aboard. 16. Naomi graduates from her training. Vivian agrees to get married to Dell. See? See? I think, there. Do you want to place it? Yes. So 18. Some residents of the colony have been gouging their eyes out. That's number 18. Okay. That can go there. Okay. 19. Naomi meets her mirror, Derek. 20. Vivian gets married. 21. Eden reveals that she has merged with an AI. 22. Naomi begins to work deep cover. Take on the name Vivian Frost. Enjoys the honeymoon as much as she can. And kills Dell. 24. Captain begins to suspect a contagion. Information on the Gaines and Butler family. Oh no. Uh-oh. I flipped up, dude. I guess I'll fix it here in a second. Mutiny breaks out. When the crew learns that they are all infected, the crew kills the captain, tries to force Trey to enable the OTEC drive. And then that one. Okay, I need to adjust this. So this is 3. This one is 2. This one is 3. And he enjoys my honeymoon as much as she can. This is 2. Naomi begins to work deep cover. This is 1. Eden reveals that she's merged with an AI that is sourced from an undiscovered non-human species. That's 3. Vivian gets married. That's 2. Naomi meets her mirrors. 1. Colony, Vivian, Naomi. 3, 2. Okay, so now I'm going to sort by 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Expand the selection. I think copy all that. And then playing some Warzone. We need to play together sometime, Maxie. Are you streaming it? Do you stream, Maxie? Dropping into the Warzone. Have you played some of the horror stuff yet? Well, I'd watch you if you streamed. Well, I'd watch you now. Might not watch all the time. Copy this. All the way down here. Oof, 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 oof. Where's the color settings? Right here, text color. Default. No. am still here, but I'm gonna call it, like, right now-ish. But I think, playing a new Rebirth Island horror game mode, the one with horrible jump scares. Have you, have the jump scares gotten you? I should check out. Check that out. Not at all. Okay, guys. There's only one more thing that I want to plot out, and that's the prologue. I like me some prologues. So I want the prologue to be a short story, and I want it to be about somebody getting infected by the ascendant anabolism. So yeah, think about your homework tonight, viewers, as to think about what kind of prologue I should write. Who should the character be? And basically the prologue ends with them gouging their eyes out, but still being able to see the beautiful, vibrant light. Yeah. It's due by stream on Friday. Anyway. I want to thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe, and check out the description below for a link to my Patreon. I would really appreciate it. If any of you guys, you don't have to. I mean, I would love if you could subscribe and become supporters. But even if you don't have the funding, go check it out. Just go take a look at some of the free stuff and let me know what you think. And until later, I want to thank you again for watching, and you guys have a great rest of your time zone.